Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening, and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Michael Germain. We start with breaking news tonight. Reports of a possible house explosion just outside Lansing, Iowa. No word yet of the exact cause or if there are any injuries, but our crews on scene found lots of damage and multiple emergency departments assisting with the investigation. According to posts on Facebook, State Highway 26 between Lansing and New Albin was closed while firefighters responded to the location. As soon as we have more information, we'll be sure to update you on air and online. The National Weather Service has issued flood warnings for multiple counties across Wisconsin and Minnesota. In La Crosse, the Mississippi River has now risen above flood stage and could continue rising to 13.6 feet by Wednesday afternoon. According to the NWS in La Crosse, flood stage is 12 feet, and as of last hour, the stage was just over 12 feet. Severe weather swept across the Midwest yesterday, causing significant disruptions to local businesses. One of the hardest hit areas is the Red Barn Campground in Lansing, Iowa. Yesterday, the campground suffered extensive flooding. The owner of the Red Barn Campground described the terrifying scene, explaining that initially he thought the weather would pass. However, shortly after, a massive 4-foot wall of water came rushing from behind him, sweeping through the entire campground.
We ended up with 6 inches of rain on the rain gauge, and it all happens west of here when it comes out of the bluffs. And there's some people up there that'll call us and let us know what's going on, and they've never seen it this high. And the campers that have been in here for 30, 40 years, the water's never been this high in here.
In addition to the flooding, the campground also suffered electrical damage and several collapsed trees. No campers were injured.
Yeah, that was with the very heavy rain that fell late yesterday into last evening. Especially a hard hit, as you saw, was parts of Allamakee and Crawford counties around Lansing and Ferryville. You get those steep bluffs and coulees, and boy, it doesn't take a lot of water, especially with a saturated ground, to run off and cause those high water problems and mudslides as well. All right, high temperatures today. We're in the upper 70s to lower 80s. Probably ignore that 88 in Viroqua. That's probably an error. 81 in La Crosse and Winona. Also Eau Claire, 78 Sparta, 81 in Prairie du Chien. More importantly, it was a much needed dry day across the region. Now, area rivers continue to run high with flood warnings. That's the warnings that you'll see on your devices. If it shows a county, it's meaning that the river is running through it or bordering that county. More needed dry time in store for tomorrow. Chance of some storms, though, tomorrow night and into early Tuesday. Some of those could be on the strong side. Now, we do have a few isolated showers kind of just near and east of Eau Claire. These are running just along and east of Interstate 94, so that may clip far northeastern parts of the viewing area in the short term, but most of the region will remain dry. Current temperatures still in the upper 70s to lower 80s, and we will see lows tonight in the 50s to lower 60s, right around 62 in La Crosse. I will detail the rest of my 8-day forecast, have those latest Mississippi River stages coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you for that, Bill. The damage from last night's storm in Janesville is bringing out community support. Volunteers have been at the Old County Job Center from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., sending off food and water to damaged neighborhoods like these. As of 3 p.m., over 500 meals have gone out, and a total of 16 stores and restaurants have donated. One organizer says the support of the community is impressive.
It's been neat to see people say, I wasn't involved in it, but it was close to my house and it could have been me. And they just want to come out and do anything that they can.
The Salvation Army on Sutherland Avenue in Janesville is also accepting physical donations to help those affected. People who have been displaced can show up to this location until midnight tonight for an overnight shelter. Folks in Houston, Minnesota will soon have a unique opportunity to step back in time. The Houston Hoedown is celebrating its 50th anniversary. Visitors can enjoy learning more about the rich history of Houston while taking part in the Hoedown festivities. People will have the chance to check out horse and tractor pulling and even explore a market in the park. A member of the Houston Hoedown board shared that the event's longevity is due to the town's rich history.
I think what sets it apart a lot is the fact that it's been going on so long, and everybody likes coming here. We get good crowds, and it's just a nice family affair, and something for everybody.
The Hoedown will run from July 26th through July 28th. Tickets are $15 if you buy them in advance and $20 at the gate. If you visited Riverside Park today, you might have noticed something new on the river. The American Melody made a stop in La Crosse, showcasing its fresh, updated aesthetic with a new interior design. The boat is specifically designed to navigate the Mississippi River, offering private balconies, spacious closets, and full-size bathrooms for its guests. One passenger from California told us he's been enjoying the stop in La Crosse.
We've been out to that Granddad Point and looked at that, and we went to the Hickson House this morning, came back for lunch, and then we just went over and heard some people ringing bells over there at their center by the Radisson. That was fun.
The Melody can hold 180 people and features over 90 rooms. Palestinian officials say at least 39 people were killed by Israeli airstrikes yesterday across northern Gaza. The attacks hit 4 separate neighborhoods in Gaza City, where Israel says it was targeting Hamas terrorist infrastructure. Bradley Blackburn has the latest.
The frantic moments after the strike in the Al-Shati refugee camp show buildings blown to rubble and the desperate search for survivors. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency says dozens were killed and more wounded or missing in what's described as a residential complex. Israel's military said its fighter jets struck 2 Hamas military sites. To the south, in Rafah, where Israel's ground invasion continues, the International Red Cross said 22 people were killed and 45 wounded after the shelling of a tent camp near a field hospital. The Israeli military said the incident is under review, but the Associated Press reports the camp may have been outside an Israeli-designated safe zone. Meanwhile, the Israeli military is intensifying attacks on Hezbollah targets in southern Lebanon. Israel says Hezbollah, which is backed by Iran, continues to fire projectiles into northern Israel. The UN Secretary General warned about the conflict turning into a wider war.
One rash move, one miscalculation could trigger a catastrophe that goes far beyond the border and frankly beyond imagination.
In the Red Sea, the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels have stepped up attacks on shipping vessels. And on Saturday in Tel Aviv, tens of thousands called for a ceasefire in Gaza and the release of remaining hostages. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
U.S. officials have said they believe a ceasefire in Gaza will help stop attacks along Israel's northern border with Lebanon. But the U.S. is also trying to broker a diplomatic solution to contain that conflict. Coming up on News 8, an Alaska Airlines flight was canceled 30 minutes before takeoff. The reason why? When we return.
Keep your vehicle clean at ShipShape Car Wash in Onalaska. Unlimited car wash is only $19.99 per month. Your choice of soft touch or touchless automatic, just $19.99 per month. And we do dualies. ShipShape Car Wash next to Festival Foods in Onalaska.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. And your Ford dealer is the place to start. With a full lineup of vehicles and available powertrains. Get your ideal combination of power and capability with gas, hybrid, or all electric. But more important than the power you choose is what you choose to do with it.
Now, get financing as low as 2.9% for 72 months on a 2024 Ford Expedition. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Senator Baldwin says I'm not from Wisconsin. But this was my childhood home. Graduated East High. Became a Badger in '86, where I've had my company for over 20 years.
And this is where we live. It's our family home.
I'm a fourth-generation Wisconsinite. It made me who I am. If Senator Baldwin's not going to be honest with you about where I'm from, what makes you think she'll be honest with you about anything? I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
No matter where I seat my guests, they seem to like the kitchen best. A kitchen's the heart of the home. It should be warm and welcoming. It should be attractive and functional. But it can be a real challenge unless unless you come here where you can meet with a designer, find all of the products that you need, and trust the project to our carpenters, plumbers, and electricians. For kitchens, bathrooms, and other home improvements, put your trust in the Board Store Home Improvements. Contact us today.
Keep your vehicle clean at ShipShape Car Wash in Onalaska. Unlimited car wash is only $19.99 per month. Your choice of soft touch or touchless automatic, just $19.99 per month. And we do dualies. ShipShape Car Wash next to Festival Foods in Onalaska.
A mysterious odor forced an Alaska Airlines flight to be grounded this week. Flight ASA 828 was scheduled to leave Honolulu Monday night, but the carrier says it was canceled about 30 minutes before takeoff after 2 female flight attendants got sick from something that came from the rear of the plane. The women were taken to an emergency room and have since been cleared to continue flying. No word yet on what caused the odor. There's a growing push by some of the nation's largest companies to focus on skills not often taught at universities. Founded in 2020, the coalition has an ambitious goal: place 1 million Black and other workers who don't have a bachelor's degree into good-paying jobs. A report by the Gates Foundation found confidence in the value of a college degree fell from 2022 to 2023, while confidence in the value of job training and professional licensing programs went up.
Not a degree that's going to be the golden ticket. It's going to be the skills that are required to get you the job that hopefully puts you on a sustainable path.
President Biden also spoke about the need for skills-based hiring during his State of the Union address earlier this spring. Coming up on News 8, much of the nation will experience severe weather this weekend.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. Much needed dry day today. Tomorrow's going to be dry as well, but what about the rest of the work week? I will have the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty steak patty sandwiches paired with a $2 medium iced coffee.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Get an 11% rebate on your painting project at Menards. Dutch Boy DuraClean is an interior paint and primer in one with Stay Clean technology, so your home stays beautiful longer. A gallon starts at $19.48 after rebate. Paint in one coat with Max Bond Plus exterior paint. It provides max adhesion, hide, and performance. With over 800 one-coat colors, it's designed to work for you. A gallon of flat is $47.87 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Have you ever had to move? It's brutal. Why do we have so much stuff? Well, at Chrysler Winona, we're moving, and we're trying to pack light by throwing out some great deals. A lightly used 23 Grand Cherokee L with third row, heated seats, and remote start is just $38,990. Or pre-owned Chrysler Pacifica with heated leather and seating for 7 starting at just $23,990. So come see us before we move at Chrysler Winona, downtown Winona.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers is $21 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
Every day we battle illegal drugs coming into our community.
And we know the attacks on Tammy Baldwin are not true.
Tammy's working with law enforcement to stop the flow of fentanyl.
She brought Democrats and Republicans together
to crack down on drugs coming from China and Mexico,
giving us more tools to fight drug smugglers.
And Tammy voted 32 times to strengthen the border.
Don't believe the attacks.
It's Tammy Baldwin I trust to keep Wisconsin safe.
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
Much of the nation is experiencing severe weather this weekend. Heavy rain is leading to flooding in parts of the Midwest. Meanwhile, many other parts of the country are sweltering in extreme summer heat. Reed Binion reports.
I'm definitely going to like the public parks and like pools like these, so kind of keeps me cool.
New York residents among more than 100 million Americans under heat alerts this weekend. The dangerous heat wave bringing blistering temperatures to much of the I-95 corridor, including Washington, D.C., where a heat emergency could bring the first triple-digit temperatures since 2016. The heat wave impacting other parts of the nation as well, from the Ohio Valley to the western U.S., including California, where sizzling temperatures are bringing heat alerts to areas in the southern and central parts of the state. Meanwhile, heavy rain in parts of the Midwest. The city of Rock Valley, Iowa, activating its tornado sirens early Saturday morning to warn residents to evacuate because of flooding in the area. The Sioux County Sheriff's Office released video that shows parts of the city completely underwater. The Sioux Falls National Weather Service Office issued a flash flood emergency overnight due to a levee failure on the Rock River.
Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds issued a disaster emergency proclamation for 21 counties, including Sioux County, amid severe storms and flooding. Rain also prompting high water rescues in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, where at least 9 people were rescued in 24 hours. Now let's send it over to meteorologist Bill Grahl for a look at our weekend weather forecast.
Yeah, Michael, as bad as it's been around here, it's been even worse to our west, as you saw in the Sioux Falls area. And you can see that on our flood warning graphic here. Lots of county-wide warnings for flood south of the Minnesota River over towards Mankato, west of Austin. Now, locally, just river flood warnings around here, but it does include several rivers. The Zumbro River, the Mississippi River, of course, the Trempealeau River, the Black River, the Root River, the Upper Iowa River, the Kickapoo River, and the Yellow River. So if you see on your app or other weather sources that you use that your county's under a flood warning, that's why. It's because of these river flood warnings. They just list the county if the river runs through it or if it borders that area. But again, it's mainly confined to the area rivers. Now, speaking of, here's the Mississippi River. The latest stages above flood stage in Wabasha, 12.72 feet. Forecast to crest around 13.6 feet on June 29th. Winona still below flood stage, but still rising and forecast to rise above flood stage and crest around 14.5 feet on June 25th. La Crosse, we just crept above that flood stage over the past couple of hours, so some minor flooding ongoing. Forecast to crest around 13.6 feet midweek. That would result in moderate flooding. And Prairie du Chien McGregor, 15.3 feet, still below flood stage, but forecast to rise above that and crest around 20.5 feet, moderate flooding. Again, these numbers and these dates are changeable. River forecasts can be rather changeable, so just stay tuned for the latest information, especially if you have interest along those area rivers, including the Mississippi, of course. All right, currently we are dry, thankfully. Sunny to partly cloudy sky. 81 was the high today, 61 the low. 84 and 63 are the averages, 98 and 42 the records, and this is the best number, just a trace of rain for the calendar date, and that was just after midnight early this morning. 81 degrees at the airport and downtown at the station. Winds out of the north-northwest at 8. And there's the Mississippi, again above flood stage, 12.03 feet. So use extreme caution if you're going to be out and about near or on the river. 77, mostly cloudy in Eau Claire. A few wet spots on the streets. You had a shower close by. And the Chippewa River is on the rise as well. So current temperatures generally in the 70s to lower 80s. 77 in Eau Claire, 81 in Winona and La Crosse, 78 in Sparta, 76 in Viroqua, 80 in Prairie du Chien. Dew points are down a bit, mid-50s to lower 60s. That puts us in that comfortable to slightly sticky range. And they're going to remain generally in the low 60s overnight in the La Crosse area, so not overly humid. Could be a lot worse this time of year. Winds out of the northwest at 5 to 15. They'll come down and turn around to the southeast at around 5 miles per hour. So checking radar, we've got those isolated showers kind of along and east of Interstate 94, so that may clip northeastern parts of the viewing area early this evening, especially Jackson, Clark counties, maybe northern Juneau and Adams counties. Most of us will remain dry, though, thanks to high pressure over the Dakotas. Now, this next disturbance upstream extreme. That's going to bring a chance of storms. Not until Monday night, though. We'll squeeze in another dry day tomorrow. So those showers pass by east of Interstate 94, dry for the rest of us overnight and during the day tomorrow. It's not until tomorrow night when a couple complexes of showers and thunderstorms materialize, perhaps late in the evening towards midnight in the La Crosse and Eau Claire areas, and then those track south and east into Tuesday morning. Much of Tuesday could be dry, just a slight chance for a thunder shower, and there is an outside chance for a strong to severe storm Monday night. The Storm Prediction Center has areas near and north of La Crosse and a level 2 risk. Again, the local timing Monday night, strong winds, maybe some hail, brief heavy downpours as well. Something we'll keep an eye on for you. So for tonight, isolated showers to the north and east this evening, few clouds and seasonable for the rest of us, 62 for the low, 86 tomorrow, dry during the day, that chance of storms tomorrow night, slight chance for a storm on Tuesday, 88, a couple more dry days Wednesday and Thursday, chance of more storms on Friday, and next weekend's looking primarily dry with highs in the 70s. So definitely a better pattern, Michael, with more dry days than wet days. Back to you.
Thank you, Bill. Coming up in sports, the Brewers trying to avoid being swept, plus another crazy finish with a very similar ending during the final round of the Travelers Championship. Kate has the highlights after the break.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
It's the summer sale at Home Furniture. Everything is on sale. Get up to 30% off regular prices. This Leslie sofa is just $9.99, and this Spindrift dining set is $12.99. Get savings throughout the showroom during the summer sale at Home Furniture.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch support's going to do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
During the 4th of July mattress sale at Home Sleep Express, get $500 off Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses and a $300 shopping cart with free white glove delivery and a 120-night guarantee. Tempur-Pedic, now at Home Sleep Express.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Kate Overton.
Welcome to News 8 Now Sports. I'm Kate Overton. Tonight, a spot on Team USA is on the line. The track and field Olympic trials continue this evening. If you didn't see it yesterday, UWL Sam Blaskowski took the stage against the best of the best. Well, he held his own. He lined up right next to the 2023 world champion, Noah Lyles. Blaskowski got off to a good start of this one. Kind of fell behind there in the middle, but he would finish with a 10.23, which is good enough to put him into the semifinals. He'll race again tonight around 7:45 p.m. And then if he makes it to the finals, that would be at 9:45 p.m. You can watch it live on Peacock. And if not, I'll try to have some highlights later tonight. Last night in the women's 100-meter dash, all eyes were on Sha'Carri Richardson. She made the last Olympic team back in 2021, but missed out on the Tokyo Games due to a failed drug test. But Richardson is back, and she seals the deal, qualifying for the Paris Games with a time of 10.71. She was flying. She got the fastest mark in the world right now and has a real shot at the gold come August. Northwoods League action tonight. First, the Loggers homestand continues as they host the Thunder Bay Border Cats for back-to-back games. Loggers entered today with a 1-game lead for first place in their division. This one already underway. Thunder Bay leads 1-0 in the third. I'll have an update at 10. Also, the Steam in action. They're on the road taking on the Mankato Habaneros for the first time this season. This one just got started. Steam also have home games Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. All right, to the MLB, Brewers trying to avoid a 4-game sweep to the Padres, and it wouldn't take long for the offense to get going. Second inning, 2 men on, and Sal Frelick lines one out to left. That scores a run. Milwaukee takes the lead. Same inning, 2 outs now, and with runners in scoring position, Blake Perkins sends a little bloop shot out to no man's land. That gets down. 2-run score. Brewers go up 3. And they weren't done. The 2-out rally continues. This time, Bryce Terang pulls one into right field. Perkins scores from first. Terang has some wheels. He's in with an RBI triple. A big second inning for Milwaukee. That was the difference maker in this one. 6-2, the final. And I'm not joking when I say we've got another weekend with another crazy golf finish, this time at the Travelers Championship. Scotty Scheffler with the lead on hole 18. Tom Kim trying to force a playoff. And that's when the protesters attacked. 6 of them throwing smoke canisters that left powder on the green right before the 2 guys were about to make a pivotal putt. They seemed in good spirits about it, maybe a little confused. Scheffler left his putt about an inch short, and that opened the door for Kim making the birdie putt. We're going to a playoff, but in the playoff, it was Scheffler. He taps it in for his 6th win on the tour this season. Complete domination. The police try to stop him. Protesters try to stop him, but nothing can keep Scotty Scheffler from winning. That's all for sports. We'll be right back.